Permit me to stand on already established protocol. And like he said, welcoming, it's not really welcoming. The chairman of the occasion had done that to, of course, our advantage. Thank you very much, sir. But may I use this medium to acknowledge, firstly, our participants in whose honor we are gathered here today. That is those that have taken time to participate in this essay competition, which we have been doing for 17 years now, alhamdulillah. Then, in addition to acknowledging our participants, I think we have to also acknowledge the people in the background, that is the markers, the team of markers that took time to go through almost 300 or thereabout entries to give us the winners of today's event. Coming up closer home, I will say our resource persons that left their very busy and tight schedule to be with us here, and of course our distinguished chairman of the occasion, Honorable Suleiman Damagun. The list is quite long if I go by name, and we will spend the whole day here appreciating each and every one of you, but know from the depth of our heart, we're all appreciative of the efforts. And Hamdan, I will not be on stage without recognizing you specially, so that when you become president, you will not forget Grandpa by then. Alhamdulillah, just a quick brief on Crystal Muslim Organization. A little background, we started out in 2006 as a group of Muslim professionals with the passion of just trying to do our own little bit in our own little corner. You will agree everybody has his own narrative of the problem and the solution. Like they say, in the stadium there are more professional players than in the football pitch. So this is the situation where I found ourselves. Everybody knows the problem, everybody knows the solution, but how many people are really doing, no matter how little, something to change that narrative? And we noticed immediately, especially after the 9/11 in 2001, there was this global uproar about Islam and terrorism and the likes of it. And most of this come from people with little knowledge about Islam. And they put it on media which they have dominated. So we thought, okay, what do we do at our own little corner? There must be a deliberate effort to engage the Muslim youth, to cultivate the habit of reading, writing, so that future 17 years now, someone that started writing in CMO, alhamdulillah, I'm pleased to say we have authors. They started writing through CMO, and now they are writing books. So this is the objective, to get youth to go into the reading and writing, so that by Allah's grace, whenever such wrong narrative, either out of malicious intentions or out of insufficient knowledge, it is placed on the media space, there will be somebody somewhere that will correct this misrepresentation. And so far, the glory of Allah, we have done a little in our own corner. And CMO started out in Lagos. Alhamdulillah, today we are in 8 states. And we have 5 directorates. With the 5th one, with the 6th one also, not yet a full directorate, but a response to the climate change and the need to encourage youth to go into the habit of now planting trees. So we also have what we call the Crystal Green Project, which we have so far planted no fewer than, I think, 1,000 seedlings, some economic, some beautification, and we have about 1,000 in reserve to give to schools to start up that Crystal Green School Club for children. So this is in addition to what we have in other directorates, which are as shown on the screen. We're trying to rush up so that we will not be here and they will make the azan for Salah, and we will lose composure. So we have the Zakat Directorate, we have the Social Welfare Directorate, the Media and Publicity, and the Directorate of Administration, which is more of an in-house administrative process. Next slide. Alhamdulillah, we will just run through the slides to show you what we call CMO in numbers. On the average, this is, of course, a modest estimate. I have no doubt in my mind that most of the numbers you see here, we have surpassed it. But being more on the modest side, we put in some numbers for you to see the places, the activities of CMO in the last 17 years. We do collect zakah from well-meaning Nigerians, and in CMO, when we collect your zakah, we ensure that 100% of whatever you have provided as zakah is exhausted purely for the purpose of assisting anyone in need, in line with the, of course, Sunnah and Hadith, what is, the Quran. So we don't take any dime. Instead, we add value to whatever you add by means of paying for transportation, training of the recipients where such requirement is needed. Okay. Like I said, these are just estimated, modest, but definitely we have done more than this, and we have more than this, and inshallah we will achieve more than this. One of our goals presently is, by the grace of Allah, we intend to build a purely, or let me say, a 90% Islamic-based hospital. This is because we have noticed some of our sisters, when they go to hospital, their hijab alone is a reflection of confrontation to other people that are supposed to treat them humanely, and they begin to treat them. I remember, the brother just left, one of my colleagues. He's a military officer, and his wife went to a military hospital with her hijab, and they subjected her to a process of x-ray by mail and telling her to do all sorts of things. And this is a senior military officer in a military hospital. You can imagine what they will do if it was maybe a junior officer or in a civilian hospital or somebody with even less capabilities or position, societal position. So we in CMO, we have taken it as a challenge that we are going to build a world-class, bi-iznillah ta'ala, hospital in Nigeria here, where women will be dignified, not just for being women, but for being Muslim women. And when you step into that hospital, you don't go home with treatment, you also go with Islamic knowledge. Because there are a lot of medicines that the Prophet ﷺ have told us. Okay, sister, you need to do X, Y, Z as a way, as a part of your lifestyle. And such medical challenges, bi-iznillah ta'ala, will not have come. So these are some of the things we are planning to do, and I'm sure Allah will enable us to do it, for He has sustained us for 17 years beyond our own abilities. Another project which is around the corner, much earlier than that of the hospital, is the CMO Model Islamic Cemetery. We, at the moment, we have already gotten a piece of land, not bought. The Katsina State government donated a piece of land to that project in Katsina. We have some lands in other places which we have purchased as CMO and provided a community, a Muslim community cemetery, Mukaber. This is our final destination where every one of us here will be a resident. But how many of us have been able to make sure that our home is as set as the one we are living today? Like my sister Alhaji Mariam said, she had already conducted the farewell in her mind in preparation of this unavoidable task. So we also were preparing something. Khamis, do you have the slide there? So we'll just show a clip. It's about a minute or two of the cemetery in Katsina, which alhamdulillah, our sister Hajja Mariam, whose effort also got us the architects to draw it out, and the Katsina state government provided the land, and inshallah, in no time we will go for the groundbreaking, not launching, because launching means that somebody will have to be a guest in that home, and nobody is ready to be a guest in that home now, I think.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. كافها يا عين صاد. ذكر رحمة ربك عبده زكريا إذ نادى ربه نداء خفيا قال رب إني وهن العظم مني واشتعل الرأس شيبا ولم أكن بدعائك رب شقيا وإني خفت الموالي من ورائي وكانت امرأتي عاقرا فهب لي من لدنك وليا يرثني ويرث من آل يعقوب واجعله رب رضيا يا زكريا إنا نبشرك بغلام اسمه يحيى لم نجعل له من قبل سميا قال رب أنى يكون لي غلام وكانت امرأتي عاقرا وقد بلغت من الكبر عتيا قال كذلك قال ربك هو علي هين وقد خلقتك من قبل ولم تك شيئا قال رب اجعل لي آية قال آيتك ألا تكلم الناس 3 ليال سويا فخرج على قومه من المحراب فأوحى إليهم أن سبحوا بكرة وعشيا يا يحيى خذ الكتاب بقوة وآتيناه الحكم صبيا وحنانا من لدنا وزكاة وكان تقيا وبرا بوالديه ولم يكن جبارا عصيا وسلام عليه يوم ولد ويوم يموت ويوم يبعث حيا واذكر في الكتاب مريم إذ انتبذت من أهلها مكانا شرقيا.
The place to do the final bathing, the place for the Janaiz prayers, it will also have a record of every piece of land of who is there, so that years to come, relative, loved ones can still practice some of the sunnah of the Prophet of paying homage to the Muqabir. So alhamdulillah, this is how far we have gone in CMO at the moment. We are in 8 states in Nigeria, and our membership also about 800 or more. And all this is possible through well-meaning Muslims in the society that have continued to trust and support us in their own little ways. Though when the chairman of the occasion and I met, he asked me, Muhammad, where do you generally raise your money from? Where do you source your money? I said, sir, most times 80% of the sources of CMO fund is sourced from within. We try not to burden people with what we feel is our own goal. But at this point, we have reached a stage where we need the community to come around us and support us and strengthen us. So inshallah, we'll be able to do more. So MC, thank you for coming to tell me I have exhausted my time. and I've also finished. So, but before I hand over the mic to the MC, may I say that please, because of paucity of time, we will quickly rush through the presentation of prizes, which is the event for the next event, right? Yes. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Amir. May Almighty Allah preserve you and keep you safe and also make you steadfast. You are doing a very fantastic work. One of the scholars said, one of the things that shows that one is responsible is al-irfanu bima khadamaddin, knowing it for those that spend their time in service of the religion. Please, let's have the projector go up quickly so that we can call on the winners of the prizes to come out and receive their awards. Let's have the projector up, please.